Welcome everyone to the most interesting show on the internet, Real Pizza Talk, where we talk real about pizza, wine, beer, life. What else?
Whatever we feel like talking about, whatever we want to share with you.
Whatever we feel like talking about, whatever we feel like sharing with you. I'm Mike Bozzelli, the pizza guy.
I'm Daniel Sexton, the beer guy.
We both work at Bozzelli's, my family's restaurant for now over 40 years, I think. 40 years.
40 years.
Serving the DC metropolitan area. It's been an honor being with you. And now we want to take it one step closer or further by, if you be so kind to let us into your living rooms, or I guess smartphones really. And so that we can share some awesome experiences with you, especially centered around wine. Real Pizza Talk will be about pizza because we are in the pizza business. We celebrate pizza, we enjoy pizza. Pizza is the most popular food category. Billions and billions and billions of dollars are spent just on pizza every year, and it brings people together. I love how it's just an affordable luxury. I love how you could bring a whole family together for only $20. But this episode, our debut episode, is going to be about wine. Because I feel like, especially Italian wine too, that's what we want to focus on. I feel like Italian wines have been neglected or forgotten. Italy is home to 1 million vineyards. Italy's wine history dates back 4,000 years. Italy has 20 regions. Each region has sub-regions and different appellations. There are 2,000 native grapes just in Italy alone. There are, about 4,000 grapes worldwide. So 25% of the native grapes come from Italy alone. But all anybody wants to talk about these days is California Cabs.
Right. Don't worry, we'll talk about California Cab too.
We're going to talk about California Cabs. We have a lot of respect for California. Sonoma, Paso Robles, of course Napa. They've come a long way and they've earned everything that they've achieved.
Everybody knows about California. What do we got right here?
Well, I want to say, especially since the judgment of Paris, when surprisingly 3 Napa wines, I think, won out of the blue this huge Paris award. Of course, they weren't supposed to win. The French wines were supposed to win. But out of blue in the 70s, these Napa wines won, and it astounded everyone. But now, of course, we respect Cali, but there's more to wine than just California, big California cabs. Yeah. Let's not forget Italy. The Greeks used to call Italy the land of wine. No, they didn't say Italy. Like, if we're going to Italy, no, we're going to land of wine this weekend, yo.
Yeah.
So Italy is the land of wine, and we want to take you back there. Today, for our debut episode, we are going to be tasting La Quercia's Montepulciano di Abruzzo from Lamona, master winemaker, who, puts quality over quantity. Only one plant goes into every bottle. This is not to be confused with Montepulciano, the town in northern Italy. This is Montepulciano, the grape, from Abruzzo, near the eastern seaboard, along the Adriatic coast. They grow these vines 3 kilometers high on top of this mountain, and they always pick the right place to, let's not forget the weather, the climate in Italy, why it's so conducive to make wine there. 1 million vineyards, people. 1 million vineyards. But all you want to talk about is California Cabs. But not today. Let's have a taste, Dan, if you like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wet my palate with this Diet Pepsi. And we don't want to forget, for our debut episode, we're kind of on travel today. We're filming right above our one of our pizza shops, our Crystal City location.
Let me give you a real glass.
In Crystal City, Virginia. Thanks, Dan. And we want to give a big shout out to a local family here who owns this corporate lodging company, who were kind enough to lend us one of their apartments. Crystal Quarters, great people. If you guys ever need somewhere to stay in the DC area, look up Crystal Quarters, and they'll take care of you. Good people, local, family-owned business, and they're right here in Crystal City, Virginia. So what do we have here again, Dan?
So this is the La Quercia Montepulciano di Abruzzo.
Okay.
And let's give it a smell.
Let's give it a smell, because smelling wine, or the nose, the nose of the wine is just as much a part of the experience as tasting.
And for all of you out there that are just like me, that, smell a glass of wine and you think, oh, that smells like red wine. We're going to teach you how to smell a wine, how to taste. Because everybody's seen, 100 videos on YouTube of some old guy in a, castle tasting a wine saying things like chewy, smoky. But for me, I don't know what that actually means. And we want to share that with you guys so that, yes, you can drink this wine, you can enjoy it, but you can learn why you're enjoying it and why the climate that it was made in is great.
Okay, all I honestly smell is soap. So I don't know who washed this glass, but they did an amazing job. Let me see. There's a little trick. If you can't smell the wine, you put your hand over it and you swish it around to trap all the fragrances, and hopefully the bouquet will emerge from that point.
That really works.
It did help a little bit. I'm smelling a lot of fruit, a lot of big fruit for all you big Cali cab lovers. Very jammy, very fruit forward, a lot of berry. But dark berries, maybe poisonberry.
Boysenberry or boysenberry?
Is it boysenberry?
Boysenberry.
It's boysenberry. Okay, I was listening to Poison on the way over here. That's why I said poisonberry. That really did help. I'm going to do that again.
It does.
Because smelling this wine is like an experience in itself. Very fruit forward. Smoky too. That's where the heaviness comes in.
Let's give it a taste.
Let's give it a taste.
Fruit.
Definitely, as it touches your palate, I'm tasting a lot of fruit. Mid palate, it gets a little chewy, and it has a really long finish, but old world traditional finish.
Yeah. So I get a little bit of like that tannic feeling on the sides of my mouth, but not a lot. It's very pleasant.
So when we say tannic, we're talking about that chewiness, that kind of deters a lot of people from a lot of dry reds. But as you develop your palate, you'll start to appreciate that more. And this wine, we just opened it now. We probably should have let it decant for about a half an hour to really open the bouquet and allow it to oxidize. This wine, wine is just so interesting. Right now, there's so much going on in this glass. And for instance, you hold the stemware from the stem as not to heat the glass, because your body temperature will affect how the wine will taste. So you always want to hold the glass from the stem. I'm a big fan of Stumpy cups, but Stumpy cups, I don't know if you're aware what Stumpy cups are, but they're like little glass cups about this high, and it's a real blue collar Italian thing. My dad and uncles used to drink red wine out of Stumpy cups, clear glasses. We might have them on for a show. Maybe we'll do a show on stemware. Who knows? That might be a good idea.
That'd be a great show.
Dan thinks that'd be a great show.
Yeah. But so Mike truly is, the wine expert on this show.
I'm not a wine expert. I just enjoy wine.
I'm definitely more of a beer guy. So coming from that background, the way I feel about this wine is it's really drinkable. I've had a lot of big, bold reds that I have to lie and say, oh, this tastes fantastic. But this is very drinkable. There's nothing about it that's hard to approach. It's very fruit forward, jammy. I would drink this, on a Tuesday night, with spaghetti. This isn't something that you need to, cook a $400 Wagyu steak
What
to
is it?
enjoy.
I agree. It's highly drinkable, but after decants, believe it or not, Dan, you gotta enjoy it even more. You gotta want to drink it on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday night, not just Tuesday night. The tannins got to soften a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a sommelier. I'm not a somm by any stretch of any imagination. I just really appreciate wine, and I like reading about wine because, like I said, wine, period, is, period, interesting, period. This wine was aged as to not give it a lot of oakiness in very large casks for 1 year, and then it went into steel, what would they be called?
Stainless steel.
Stainless steel
Casks. No.
pots. Then it went into stainless steel pots. I know there's terminology that I'm forgetting. It went into stainless steel pots for a year because the winemaker Lamona, the maestro, did not want it to have a lot of oaky flavor, and so he put it in very, like I said, large casks, so it wouldn't have a lot of that oakiness. So the wine wouldn't touch a lot of the wood.
And a lot of what Italian wine is you'll hear a lot of like Italian table wines. It's a lot of Italian styles truly are made to be very drinkable every day. Let's drink this.
It is, and then Italy has taken it one step further with its classifications. You have the DOC classification, you have the GC or CG, DOCG or DOGC classification, which is the baller classification. Yep. DOC governs about 330 varietals. Not only does it govern its, once you get that classification, not only does it govern its production and geography, but also the methodology and the quality. So to get a DOC, to get a DOC sticker on your wine around
on the neck of the wine.
Around the neck of the wine.
It's this little band right here.
Yeah, that's not just certifying, where it comes from and how they make it and what grape they're using. It's also certifying the quality. So you're not just drinking a California Cab. You're drinking some delicious Montepulciano de Abruzzo off the Adriatic. And this Montepulciano, there's one Montepulciano, it's like Zaccanini is, I think, the number one sold Montepulciano in America. Zaccanini. Actually, you know what? We should probably try that for another episode and see how it compares to the La Quercia. The reason why we're drinking the La Quercia today, so everyone wants to know why did we
choose this one?
Choose this out of all the wines that we sell in our shop, that we also sell on our shipping site, casewinelife.com, which we'll get into later. But why did we choose this to share with you today? Because the sales rep is really awesome. Liz from Robin Cellars. She's like, Mike, Dan, this wine is the ultimate Italian crowd pleaser. She's like, anytime I serve this at a tasting, I sell out, and it is the star of the show. And when she told me that, it just captivated me, and I said, Dan, let's run with this for our first show.
Yes.
To pay homage or to bring some respect that hasn't been around lately, I feel, for Italian wines, because all you want to do is drink California Cabs.
Yeah, and the other great thing about Italian wines is that for the price point that a lot of them are at, it's a good stepping stone from, not that there's anything wrong with drinking like, Barefoot or Yellowtail, things like that. But they're affordable, and there's a reason why people really like them, and that's great. It's the same reason Bud Light's the number one selling beer in America. But for just a little bit more, you can get these great, absolutely masterfully made wines. You don't need to pay $50 a bottle for this. It's, instead of getting 2 bottles of Yellowtail, get 1 bottle of La Quercia.
Well, I would say it doesn't really. It probably doesn't have. I don't know. It's still opening up. Like I said, wine. Period. Is period. Interesting.
Yeah.
Period. A lot is going on since we opened this bottle. It's still oxidizing. It's breathing. It's doing stuff. As we're filming, and. So yeah, I'm getting more of the minerality. This Lamona, I think it's Anthony Lamona? Antonio Lamona? What's his first name? Antonio Lamona, there you go. I mean, every Italian guy's name is Tony. I have a Uncle Tony. But yeah, so La Quercia is a type of beautiful oak tree that grows nobly on this small, intimate estate in Abruzzo. Winemaker Antonio Baller Lamona believes in making inspired wines that respect the earth, or as he likes to say, I want to make wines that are pleasing to the body and the spirit. That's me, Tony.
You just said that. So he specifically aged it in those giant casks and then stainless steel so that they aren't too oaky. But then why did he name them La Quercia? If La Quercia is like the name of an oak tree.
Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. See, wine period is period interesting period. I didn't even pick up on that, Dan.
Maybe it's because
that's irony. That's irony.
Yeah, and maybe it's because even though he doesn't want it to be oak dominated, he's like still paying, respect to that idea because everybody ages everything in oak.
I think though this grape might grow from a tree.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's interesting though.
There's some irony there, and there you go. There's irony there, but I think he's paying respects to the earth.
Okay, that makes sense.
And our environment, and the viticulture, and it doesn't say biodynamic, but I'm thinking like his vineyard or winery is biodynamic, meaning they don't isolate the grapes. They let I remember this one winemaker in Italy, so baller. He like owns these Arabian horses. He lets his horses run through the vines. He did to create more of a natural environment, and I'm thinking that his vineyard or winery is biodynamic, where they let, like I said, maybe horses run free, or dogs, or chickens roost, or some of these winemakers have or grow honey on their wineries, and it's so, like I said, Italy is home to 1 million vineyards. The wine culture predates, I think, the Roman Empire. That's like a long time ago, way before, the iPhone. What else? What else is special to Italy? 2,000 native grapes just come from Italy alone. 20 different regions, multiple sub-regions, a plethora of appellations. Italy is the land of wine. The Greeks even called it, what they call it, Dan?
They didn't say they were going to Italy. They said they were going to the land of wine. Yeah,
so some Greek guys wanted to get together for a road trip. They didn't say to Italy. They didn't say, hey, we're going to go to Italy for this road trip. We're going to the land of wine. But all you want to do is drink California Cabs. And it's Dan and I's esteemed pleasure to expose you to more Italian wines as part of this show, Real Pizza Talk, where we not only just talk pizza, like for instance in our debut episode we talked wine, something that we've been passionate about, and we will talk pizza in one of our coming episodes, but this was our debut one, and so forgive us if it's a little rough production. Like I said, a friend of ours who owns a hotel company was kind enough to lend us this suite on this couch with this was this natural landscape behind us.
Looks like some trees and a road.
Yeah, some trees in a road, some Bob Ross action up there.
But part of what we're trying to convey to you, and part of the reason why we came up with the name Real Pizza Talk, It's because, like I said, there's a billion videos out there, people reviewing everything on YouTube, whether it's wine, whether it's hotel rooms. And at the end of every wine video...
This is an awesome hotel room.
Yeah.
Shouts to Crystal Quarters. Awesome hotel room, super clean. The place was so clean I could smell
the soap.
The soap. I don't know if that's it. Maybe it wasn't soap. Maybe my nose is just off. Maybe it's the pollen. You know, I am allergic to pollen. We're in the middle of April right now.
Yeah. But Mike likes to ramble, so where I was going with that was...
There you go.
At the end of every video, some old guy always says, oh, I would rate this wine, a 91. And to me, all I can think is, what does that even mean? So we really want to share these things that we're experiencing with you and put them into terms that the everyman can understand. So that being said, Mike, how would you rate and describe this wine?
I'd give it 90 points.
I just said don't give it a number. Describe it in a way that everybody will understand.
Highly enjoyable, drinkable, earthy, delicious, jammy, Montepulciano del Abruzzo. Just a ode to Italian red wines. And it even has the classification for you that, like I said, doesn't just govern where it's made and how it's made, but also govern or it certifies its quality. So let's well, I don't have anything in my glass anymore, but I would say let's toast to Antonio Lamona, master winemaker in Italy.
Are you going to ask me what I think about the wine?
What do you think about the wine? Dan's a beer guy, though, but okay, let's see what he thinks about the wine.
Given that I'm a beer guy, the way I like to rate things isn't on a number scale. I like to think, do I hate this? It was okay, but I'm probably not going to have it again. I enjoyed it, and I would definitely drink this again, and it's amazing. And I would definitely put this into, I enjoyed this, I would drink this again.
So there's 5 different categories there. Can you go over them one more time?
So I like to kind of just rate things on a scale of I hated it to I loved it, without putting an actual number on it, without ranking it compared to other things. I would say this is a wine that I was pleasantly surprised about, and I would buy this and I would drink it again. This would go great with a slice of pizza, some spaghetti, or just the
Have you noticed since it's been open and it's been oxidizing that the tannins have really softened out? It's not as chewy.
Yeah, it has. More fruit is coming.
More fruit is coming. Much more drinkable. Yeah. It's like, it's almost like grape soda now. It's really drinkable.
Okay, that being said, you just made me realize something.
What?
I would rate this wine as I opened this to drink a glass, and now it's 11 p.m. and I've had 5 glasses of wine. It's time for bed.
Yes, this wine will surprise you. It's like a highly drinkable wine. This vintage is I think it's the 2019 vintage.
Yep.
We have the 29 vintage in. All these wines are available at our stores. Bozzelli's, we're not trying to sell you on these wines though. We enjoy them. If you can't visit one of our stores, they're available through our website, casewinelife.com. And if you're up at Case Wine Life, this is one of those wines. And we always have specials on cases too. Go to casewinelife.com, or you can even message me on Facebook. I'm very accessible. I'm the pizza guy, he's the beer guy. And this is Real Pizza Talk, where we not only just talk about pizza, but we talk about wine, sports, life, and happy you guys could join us for our debut episode. We're really proud, and we hope to be coming to you at least weekly, if not more, with things that just emerge or just pop into our heads. And Dan has really given this a lot of thought and poured a lot of poured a lot of effort into this production today. So thank you, Dan, the beer man. If you want to reciprocate with any praise to me, now's the time, because we're wrapping up.
No, I think we're good.
There you go. Thanks for watching.
See you guys soon.